This here is the latest budget-friendly case from DIYPC, and in today's video, we're gonna see if it's worth the cheap $30 price tag I paid for it, and spoiler alert, it's rocking 2 RGB fans and tempered glass, so it's off to a great start. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf. Today we're going to be checking out this super budget DIYPC Model X gaming PC case. And if you want to see more PC hardware reviews or PC benchmarking videos, then hit that subscribe button down below and also that notification bell. That way you never miss an episode. But yeah, let's start looking at this case. The DIYPC Model X is an ATX mid-tower sized gaming PC case that's rocking a huge tempered glass panel on the side as well as 2 pre-installed RGB fans. All of the other sides of the case are made of some very cheap metal, as you would expect with a budget case, but it's definitely a super clean design, which is my favorite. The front I/O is rocking a power button with a satisfying click, 1 USB 3.0 and 2 USB 2.0 ports, an audio out, microphone out, a reset button, and an LED button. This LED button controls both the front I/O backlighting as well as the RGB fans, which are all connected to a small circuit board mounted on the back of the case. You can click through a few different colors here, certainly not the whole RGB spectrum, but there are 2 modes for cycling through all of the colors, both slow and fast. The RGB fans are definitely cheaply made, but pretty sturdy and definitely not super loud, which is nice. The problem with these fans is that they both come installed as exhaust fans, meaning that there's literally no intake fans, even though there's room for 3 120mm fans up front. That's definitely not smart. Oh, and also that top fan leaves you with absolutely no room to bring the CPU power supply cable up and through, so it's definitely a good idea to move it to the front as an intake fan. The problem with that though is that there's barely, and I mean barely, any room for air to come in. There is a very small vent right here, but I would have appreciated much more room for air to come in. Going back to the top of the case real quick where that fan was, there's not a lot of room above the motherboard, so if you're building in this case, you'll most likely have to install that CPU power cable before screwing down your motherboard like I did. If you put a fan here, which there is holes for air and a magnetic dust cover by the way, you'll have to stretch that power supply cable across the top, and that just doesn't look good. Moving to the bottom of the case, I do love that there's a power supply shroud so you can hide your nasty cables, but I don't understand why there's that hole at the bottom there because that just looks ugly. Also, the hard drive cage down there, which can hold 3 3.5-inch drives, definitely gets in the way of your PSU cables, so they'll have to bend at 90-degree angles. This also doesn't allow you to screw in the hard drives without removing the PSU or the front panel for that matter, and that can be a huge pain. Overall, I found a lot of little instances like that. There were just so many times when I couldn't install part X until part Y was removed, and then I couldn't remove part Y until part Z was shifted, and so on and so forth. Having small issues like this is definitely something to expect when building in a $30 case. I didn't have any fun building in here because it took so long, but now that it's built, I'm very happy with how it looks. I personally think that all the extra effort was worth it because I love super clean looking PCs like this one, so just make sure that this is something that you personally like before starting your adventure. A couple other features that I really like before wrapping up this video are having a vent on the bottom for the hard drives to grab some air. All of the cables are a clean black except for the very end near the connector, and the back SSD mounts are super convenient. This case also comes with a couple zip ties, all the screws that you'll need, and a speaker for the motherboard. Once again, this case was definitely not fun to build in. I'm actually kind of embarrassed because it took me like 3 hours to build inside, but I definitely like how the final product looks, and as long as you know all of this ahead of time, I would definitely recommend it. At the time of writing this video, the Model X is sitting at $50 on Newegg, but like I said, I picked it up for $30 because of a $20 mail-in rebate. At $50, there are definitely some other options out there that you should consider, but if you find it at $30 like I did, it's a no-brainer. Well, that wraps up my review of the DIYPC Model X. I definitely want to do more case reviews like this. It really gives me an excuse to build more PCs for you guys, so be sure to let me know down in the comment section what you want to see me review next. Oh, and also, yes, my 2nd generation Ryzen review is coming very soon. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like down below to help support my channel, and as always, thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more Zach's Tech Turf videos.